strikes me how awful a place Derry is. That town
never struck you before.
And never, because I don't think because there's some serious hate crime stuff going on there. Just because of the homophobia in the place, as well as they've made mention of the fact that I think in all the adaptations of it, the miniseries, as well as the movie and stuff, how Derry and Pennywise amplifies the horror of the people there and so on, and why people are doing bad things. They're even more so because of Pennywise's influence.
Right.
But wow, it's so much. There's so much hate in this novel.
Yeah.
Through the story, it's just
because Stephen King said something about this evil presence that's there affects the adults.
Right.
Makes them kind of apathetic to their children's plight, or not receptive, or it just sounds like everybody's got their own issues there, and it's like every man to himself. Like everyone's dealing with something.
But it's even worse than that. It's so much worse than that. So I guess my point is, if you only are familiar with that, with the movie or the miniseries, and you check out the book, I think you're in for a treat.
Yeah. Asking me?
Is that the right word? Because is treat the right word to say this? Because there's more stuff and
yes, if you're interested, and the book would just only enhance the whole thing for you.
And we haven't seen it because obviously the second half of the movie isn't out that deals with the adults, but in the miniseries, I always felt bad for Stanley and his wife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stanley gets his phone call and he goes upstairs and he kills himself.
Right.
So I felt bad for he and his wife being left behind. His wife has no idea what's going on, and she's kind of a plain, simple woman, which sounds bad, but something else that made me appreciate was having a spouse like you or somebody else that I connect with, and that's not as simple as these families.
I'm not plain or simple?
That goes down a whole other road. But anyhow, it's that we enjoy the same things and stuff like that. So it's just I remember watching that and feeling bad for her. In the book now, I feel so much worse for her. Even worse.
Well, good. Hey, that's a good storytelling.
There's so much baggage and whatever. So
it's making you feel an emotion and feel something. That's a mark of a good writer.
Maybe I'm just wussy like that. I don't know.
You're a wuss.
So what else? Anything that you had to include for...
Well, you forgot we saw something else this week.
I didn't forget.
You didn't.
No.
We watched Legend of the Bone Napper Dragon, which is, of course, a...
How to Train Your Dragon?
How to Train Your Dragon short. They do short... I can't even call it a movie. It's like a half-hour special.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
I've been trying to collect them all. But I had never seen this one before.
Okay.
Legend of the Bone Napper Dragon. What did you think of it?
It was fun. I liked it. All the How to Train Your Dragon.
cracking me up.
The How to Train Your Dragon stuff, everything is good.
So
not
good.
just for kids. Adults I think can enjoy it too. We've already talked about on the podcast how you were crying in the movie theater multiple times.
Oh my gosh. That was terrible.
Anyhow. What else? We did the second season.
And this was funny because, if you're familiar with the movies or the series, which most people aren't, but maybe, you never know. Gobber, the one he's the blacksmith there.
Yeah.
It's finally a Gobber-centric episode. Or, not
with
episode,
his one arm and one leg. And
so funny.
Yes.
But yeah, he was cracking me up because he's telling the kids this story and how he remembers it, and it's just so outlandish. With the hammerhead yak and the hammerhead whale.
The hammerhead shark, the hammerhead yak, the hammerhead whale.
And it was fun because it left it's computer animated, but it left that and it went into, I don't know how they did it, but it was like animation.
Oh, it looked like hand-drawn animation and stuff like that, too.
So it had that, his memories, when he started to tell the kids about what had happened, the animation was different.
Okay.
It was fun.
So it's a fun one if you've got kids to watch it, or if you're a kid at heart, you can watch it. All right.
Yeah. Of course, everybody griped about it and gave it bad reviews on Amazon because they had to pay $10 for it, and it was 20 minutes long.
Oh.
But you know what? All of these things, you don't just get the 20-minute episode. you get tons of extras on there.
That's true.
Yeah, there's always lots of fun things on there. So don't cry, people.
All right.
Read the information and know that these things are short. You'll get over it.
We did the second season of Sons of Anarchy, so I guess we're ready to move on to the third one now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else before we get into Crawling Chaos?
I guess not. I'm still listening to Xenocide.
Yeah.
And it's excruciating.
Okay.
Oof.
All right.
I'll get through it, though.
Crawling Chaos. So, generally speaking, we avoid serious topics. I mean, we just try to stick to the movie. We avoid political discussions. We avoid current events, generally speaking, and things like that. So,
we're a fun little break from reality.
Exactly. That's what we're going for.
That's what we go for.
That's what we're going for, anyhow.
Wait, where is this going?
Well, because I would like to be something more than a slacktivist, though.
Okay.
So...
We're not, though.
You kind of found a way to do that, because I was going to bring up your... what is the name of it?
Kiva?
Yeah. Tell me about that and what that is.
Basically what it is like if you have money you would like to donate. I mean, a lot of people look for a charity or, every year we give a little bit of money to St. Jude's.
Right.
We're not wealthy people.
Right.
We struggle with our bills. But when we do have a little extra, like St. Jude's is that's our charity.
Yeah.
But I always wanted us to be able to do something else.
Yeah.
Or anyway, I think a few years ago is when we first heard the term microloan. We were watching a documentary or something.
Yeah.
Where there's a lot of people that live in countries where there are no banks and there are no opportunities to get credit.
Right.
So we're very lucky here. We can look at all the credit card. People are just giving us money all over the place. But, a lot of people don't have that same opportunity, and all they need is just a little bit of money to get started.
For what? For us, the amount that we might spend at Starbucks in a week. Maybe not even a week. Maybe in just a couple of days.
We go to Starbucks?
I'm just saying in general,
yeah.
That's the best example that I could think of.
Right.
People, you know what I mean, buying $3 coffees.
So here's the thing. You go on kiva.org, Kiva.org. You sign up. You don't have to do anything right away. I signed up a while back, but it wasn't until recently I actually chose somebody. But they've got, oh man, I was going to say hundreds, maybe thousands. I don't know. They've got a lot of people on there. You can browse people from all over the world that are looking for these loans, and you can, you can't even say donate. You're loaning it. It's a loan.
Okay.
So you can loan as little as $25, which is what I did.
Uh-huh.
And you choose the person you'd like it to go to. You could browse by country, by the business they're trying to start or that they already have. You could pick single parents as the recipients. There's all different kind of things you can pick from. So yeah, you choose one that looks good to you, that maybe your heart tells you that's the right person or something, and you loan them your $25. You don't personally, but it goes through they have liaisons in between.
And this is like through PayPal you can do this or whatever.
This is all through, they're affiliate, they're connected to PayPal, so you do need a PayPal account to get involved with Kiva.
Okay.
And because when you loan your money, however much you loan, and of course there's a small risk.
Yeah.
I mean, the person might fail or have a hard time paying you back.
Right.
So you might not get your money back.
Right.
They have a pretty good success rate. So anyway, when they pay your money back, it shows up in your Kiva account, and then you just pop it back into your PayPal.
Okay. So you never did tell me. Who did you choose to invest in, or what did you choose to invest in?
Well, something close to my heart is people trying to start their own small business and just not having that initial amount of money to get started.
That initial setup, sure.
I remember when I was getting my start, luckily I have parents that are willing to loan me a little money or whatever. Sometimes you need to buy that one item to get your business going.
Right.
So I actually chose somebody, and because she only needed like $400 or something, and was super close.
Yeah.
Like almost. And they do have a deadline. It said like, there's 12 hours left on this or something, and she needed like 50 more bucks or so. I jumped on that one. She lives in Tajikistan.
Okay.
That's one of the, when Russia
split up.
Yeah, split up. It's one of those countries, so it's a Russian-speaking country.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you see their photo, you see their name. Her name is Shanoza, and she has a very small baking business. Mm-hmm. And she needed a modern oven and some baking supplies to expand her business.
Yeah.
She's already moderately successful with the little bit she does.
Right.
So she was asking for the money to buy a modern oven, which will greatly increase her output, thus increasing her cash
the profit,
coming
the return,
in.
And sure.
Yeah, so I felt pretty good too about getting my money back.
Yeah, and it's tough because there's.
And she's only 27. She's 27 years old.
Yeah.
And it'll tell you what their annual income is in these different countries.
Right.
The annual income in this part of the world was like $2,000 or something a year.
Annual. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's tough because you want to. There's so many people that can use help. There's people here. There's people everywhere.
Yeah.
But
and you can choose someone from here too. There are a few. Most of them are like cleaning businesses.
Right.
People trying to get their own home, they want to have a cleaning business, like a maid service.
Right.
And they need that initial, they need to buy a vacuum
that
and cleaning supplies.
Startup and stuff.
So yeah, there's all kinds of people you could help here too.
Well, that's what I was going to say though. It's for me. I don't believe in just big general type funds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like the idea of helping a specific person. I think if everybody just helped 5 people. Now it sounds like pay it forward or whatever. But you know what I mean? If you personally help, and everybody did that, it would make a huge difference in globally. It would have a huge impact, is what I'm saying.
Well, and that's the crazy thing about Kiva. They've been doing this now for maybe 13 years, 15 years, I don't know. But they have the numbers on there, like all the different people they helped all over the world and the amount of money they collected. I mean, it's crazy, but you can see all the people. I mean, they've helped millions of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people would argue, well, you need to keep your money here. We've got people here that need help.
Right.
Do that too. It's...
Sure. So it's one of those things that it's another way of making a difference if you do, and you want to. So
I mean, and when you go, you look at, there's a lot of single parents. You can choose from, if you want to help people with their shelter, you want to help people with their children's education. I mean, there's all different categories you could pick from. And some, it'll tell you this is a war-torn country. Here's where they need the help. Here's what and they're like we said, they're individuals.
Yeah.
You can see a photo of their family and, and it's on the up and up. I mean, they've been doing this for years now. It's not some weird scammy thing.
Okay.
Where, they used to have, when we were kids, there was that, adopt a child in, in South America.
Right.
And I remember, I will never forget, these people came through my parents' church and talked everybody into sponsoring a child in a South American country. Mm-hmm. And they were like, you're going to get a photo and a letter and all this stuff from a child. Mm-hmm. And 2 of the ladies got a picture of the same little girl.
Yeah.
So they were like, because we were supposed to only one person to each child.
Right.
So they were like, is this, some things like that are dodgy, especially back then.
Okay.
But this is, I don't know, I think
there's
this is
a certain
good
amount
thing.
of accountability and that's good.
There is.
Yeah.
Oh, and here was the other, I told you I actually had a surprise.
Oh, okay.
I actually loaned to 2 people.
Okay.
Surprise.
Surprise.
And it didn't cost anything.
Okay.
Surprise again.
Yeah.
PayPal actually every so often matches your